Edison, Da Vinci, Dyson, all people with amazing ideas and revolutionary designs. But I have a feeling if any of them saw this list, they'd be pretty angry, or at least very amused at the absurd imagination of people around the world. Here are 10 of the most useless inventions ever created. Number 10. Sleeping bag with legs. Camping equipment is a
What?
market where a lot of money is spent. This is because when you camp out under the stars, you need a myriad of things in order to survive in comfort. You need a tent in order to shelter yourself from extreme weather and animals. You may also need a small gas stove if you're going to want to eat something before you go to sleep. However, some outdoor wear designers went too far. Someone has designed a sleeping bag with leg holes. That's right, looks like a perfectly normal sleeping bag at the top, but it has two strange protrusions where the legs are. It truly is a horrifying sight to behold. This is pretty useless, right? I mean, how hard is it to get out of a sleeping bag? I think I'll stick with unzipping the bag and getting out of it, rather than walking around in this monstrosity. Number 9. iPotty. Teaching your child to use the toilet is a strange experience. It is one of the main landmarks that indicate that your child is growing up, but you have to deal with a whole lot of mess before you get to the point where they're ready to do their business on their own. But all that practice makes all the difference. Well, unfortunately, it looks like someone has decided that once your child does learn how to use the potty, they might be a bit bored on there. So they've designed a potty with a built-in tablet holder. What makes this useless is that it's a pairing of two things that should definitely be kept apart: your very expensive gadgets and your young child's newly made toilet methods. Think of the mess. Hygiene didn't really come into the designer's head when this was thought up. Number 8. Butter stick. Toast is the savior of so many people's mornings. It's the staple breakfast of people around the world. You can't beat a bit of toast, and it's made even better when it has a nice spread of melted butter on it. But you know how it is sometimes. You get up on the wrong side of your bed, try and butter your toast, and it doesn't spread quite right. Or you haven't toasted for long enough and a bit breaks off or something. It's a bit of a downer in the morning, right? Well, fear uneven spreading no longer, because someone has come along that nobody really needs when you think about it. Presenting the butter stick. This is a replacement of something that really doesn't cause too much trouble. Does anyone really struggle to butter their bread so much so that they need a push-up stick to do it? We're talking about a stick that emits a cylinder of butter.
Yeah, that's actually not too bad of an invention.
Rather than glue. Just imagine, you wake up in the morning and rub this stick on your toast like you're gluing a piece of paper. Something about that just doesn't seem right. Number 7. Male bras. Bras are a necessity for some women. They help support females in an area that they need it and help fight against back pain or any discomfort a woman might feel from being weighed down in a particular area. But it is possible that this love and appreciation for bras may have tipped too far. Introducing male bras. This is surely the definition of something being pointless, right? Why do you need a method of support for something that isn't there? Most websites that sell the bras say it's for those guys that feel a bit girly. Of course I can understand if the man is a crossdresser or something like that, but other than that, why is this needed? Some men don't seem to realize that a lot of women think of their chest as a frustration, rather than something they wish they had. Number 6. Car exhaust grill. Have you ever looked at your car and thought, I wish I could utilize that heat and energy coming out of the back of my car in a good way? No, I don't think many people have. But a team in Iran have captured the essence of the word useless with their new invention, the car exhaust grill. What you do is stick it into your car's exhaust, it soaks up all the heat that is being created by the car and uses it to cook food. Apparently you don't have to worry about all those poisonous fumes from your car because the way the grill is designed. Even so, the thought of carbon monoxide grilled burgers just doesn't sound great. Number 5. Pet rock. This next useless invention is actually pretty genius. It made its inventor Gary Dahl quite a lot of money when he invented it, or conceived it, back in the 70s. The pet rock is just what it says. They were originally rocks from Mexico's Rosarito Beach, but the ingenious element came from the fact that they were marketed just like regular pets. They came in a cute little carrier with breathing holes, and of course this fad was somewhat short-lived as the sales dropped at Christmas after they released. But Gary probably didn't mind. He sold them for $4 each and actually became a millionaire off of the back of them. You've got to give Gary some credit for this one. I don't need to tell you why this one is useless. It's exactly that. But that's what made it so popular. Out of all the useless inventions in this video, This one probably made the most money. Now I wonder if I could start selling pet cow pats. Number 4. Cat wigs. Cats are often solitary creatures. They play by their own rules, run on their own clock. Their owners sometimes won't see them for hours on end, only for the cat to come slinking back home. My point being that they're very proud animals. They like to have their own space a lot of the time. Well, this next invention will annoy this cat trait and help you embarrass your pet without it really even knowing. Cat wigs come in a variation of styles, from rainbow colored hair to afros to long, luxurious locks. If you've ever even seen a cat, you know that they will hate this. Or do you have a dog and feel like you're missing out on the fun? Well, don't worry about that. You can indulge in dog masks, like this duck-faced dog mask for instance, or this scary werewolf muzzle. As funny and cute as these may be, is anyone else getting a slight feeling of animal cruelty? Or is that just me? Number 3. Remote Wrangler. Anybody else fed up of losing the remote? Yeah, it's the bane of many people's existence. Try down the sofa is my best suggestion. It always falls down there. But evidently someone lost their remote one too many times and had a brainwave half fueled by frustration. The Remote Wrangler is a Velcro creation that you wear on your head. What you do is you stick Velcro pieces to your remote controls, and then you stick them to your head. That's it. The only thing I'm thinking is, wouldn't that make it hard to watch TV, or to relax at all? The design on this thing is pretty darn flawed if you ask me. Well, at least it's not as bad as the head-mounted toilet paper dispenser. There's nothing that gets you more friends than having toilet paper mounted on your head. Number 2. Gold poo pills. I know what you're thinking. I've put all these items in my basket, Mr. Be Amazed narrator. They all sound wonderful. But what I'm really looking for is something that
nice video like
to spruce up my bathroom experience when nature calls. Well, wonder no more, thoughtful viewer. For a mere 370 pounds, from aptly named thisiswhyimbroke.com, you can purchase a set of gold pills. What do these do? Well, let's say they make your excretion shine. They make your time on the toilet a little more classy. Basically, they make your poo turn gold. I know. Which genius thought this up? So just because there's so many silly inventors in the world, I thought I'd give a few honorable mentions to the inventions that didn't make the cut. The privacy scarf is worth a mention because it's a scarf that hides your computer screen by cutting off your vision completely. How did you live without it? Oh, and while you're doing your studying with your privacy scarf on, why not treat yourself to some diet water? That's right, they've taken something that doesn't even have any calories and made a diet version. Next up, the 2-person sweater. For all of you who may want to know what it feels like to have a Siamese twin. Then there's toilet golf, which was just about edged out of the running. What else do you think of when nature calls but getting a quick 9 holes in? And to carry on the obsession some people have with that part of the anatomy, we have rectum chocolates. Chocolates shaped like your back door. Finally! And if that isn't enough, feel free to get your pet a butt cover too. Number 1. Proposed food helmet. Have you ever thought what it would be like to be a flower? To gather your nutrients from the sunlight rather than eating that burger and chips? Well, Michael Burton and Michiko Nita have an idea that is questionable at the very least. They've designed a suit fit with a helmet that lets humans absorb nutrients in a photosynthesis-like way. They maintain that they predict a future where a suit like this will be worn by everyone, and that gradually the human race will adapt and evolve new ways of getting the nutrients they need. The tubes you see protruding from the mouth are connected to tanks full of algae that help the human to be semi-photosynthetic. Thank you, Michael and Michiko, but I think I'm good. Not being a flower, you know? Which contraption did you think was the most useless? Or did you actually think any were genius? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and thanks for watching.